Hey guys, Blaine Garrett here. On this Cook Your Catch, we are going to be doing Thai coconut fish. Now I will admit, it's a little out of my comfort zone. Growing up, I wasn't the biggest coconut fan, but the one thing that I have learned about myself in the last 10 years is as I've gotten older, I've really appreciated a lot of things and developed a taste and a palate for things that I thought I didn't like, but come to find out, I do. So, let's get started. Thai coconut fish, here we go. Okay, so let's talk ingredients. Now, I have prepped all of my ingredients just to make everything fast for you guys. Let's give a quick rundown here. So we've got a half a cup of our coconut. That has been toasted. That was done in the oven on 400 for about 10 minutes. Make sure you kind of shake it up as you're toasting it every 2 to 3 minutes. The next thing is a tablespoon of chopped fresh cilantro. And we got some lime zest. Now we're only gonna be using a teaspoon of that. We've got 2 tablespoons of butter, a 1/4 cup of finely chopped shallots, 2 tablespoons of red curry paste, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 13-ounce can of coconut milk. All right, lemongrass. So this is not something that is a super common ingredient that we're always cooking with. What you want to do is you want to peel off the outside layers, because what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to get down to that fresh, soft, inside stalk. But once we've peeled off the outside, you want to cut this nub off. So, and I'm going to switch over to a thinner blade knife for this lemongrass just because it's going to be a little bit easier. And again, like I say, we only need 2 tablespoons here. All right, 2 teaspoons of finely chopped ginger root. We've got about 3/4 pound of our white fish. And last but not least, we've got our rice that we're gonna be serving it up with. The first thing that we're going to mix is we're gonna mix our toppings, which is gonna be the coconut, the cilantro, and the lime zest. So I'm gonna put it all in this coconut here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cilantro in because I've already measured that. But on the lime zest, I only need 1 teaspoon. So, you know, little dab will do you here. There we go. All right, now those are all ready for our toppings. We're gonna give that just a quick mix and we're gonna set that off to the side. Okay, so let's get our skillet warm. Our skillet's warming up. We're gonna melt our butter in our pan, and once that gets good and melted, then we're gonna throw our shallots in there and start working on those. So this is a medium heat on the burner. We're not looking to sear the face off this thing. We just want a nice, easy, medium heat. Now I prefer to use a cast iron skillet. I grew up in a cast iron house. Grandma used cast iron, Mom used cast iron, I use cast iron. I like it because it holds heat, it retains heat. You know, they're a little heavy, but they're so worth it. Okay, our butter is nice and melted down. We're running on about medium heat here. So we're gonna add our shallots. And we're gonna give those about 3 to 5 minutes. Just enough to soften them up. All right, so we're gonna add our curry paste now. Our shallots are good and softened. Just get this mixed in real good. You know, glass tops on a stove are totally different than direct heat over a burner with cast iron. Burners with cast iron, they take a little while to heat up, they take a little while to cool down, but they get hot and they stay hot. So if you are cooking with cast iron, just bring it down to like a low medium. We are ready for the rest of our stuff here. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to add my fish sauce. Then I'm going to add my coconut milk. Then we're gonna add our lemongrass. And finally, our ginger root. We now have all the ingredients added into our skillet, and we're gonna let this cook and simmer for 5 to 8 minutes. We're gonna cook that coconut milk down, and we'll come back here in a minute or two and start adding the rest. All right, get our rice. And it is time to drop some fish. Now the fish doesn't take long. You don't want to cook it too much because then it'll fall apart. So you kind of want your chunks to stay a little bit solid, but you'll know when it starts to flake apart that it's ready to put out. So we're gonna take our fish and we're gonna put it in our pan. And it's probably gonna be in for roughly 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes. All right, let's give this a quick check. I think we're ready to rock here. Those have been simmering for a little over 7 minutes. I'm gonna kill my burner. All right, burner's off and food is ready. Put a little more juice in there. Yes. Reach in here. Again, that's the toasted coconut, the cilantro, and the lime zest. And that's all just topping to your liking. Come on now, look at that. Ah, you can smell the cilantro, you can smell the lime, and you can smell the coconut. I want to get a little bit of everything. Those juices are on the bottom. You want a little bit of that. It's fabulous. It's so good. Fabulous, what a word. I don't ever use that word. And that's how good it is. It's that good. I'm telling you guys, even if you're like me and you veer away from coconut, give it a try. I think you're going to be sincerely impressed. Thanks for watching.